I want to start with a simple question. How do you know someone really loves you? Is it in the words they say, the grand gestures, the moments when everything is perfect? The truth is, love, real love, isn't always loud, obvious, or flashy. It's not just found in the highs, but in the quiet, unwavering commitment through the lows. It's in the way someone stands by you when things fall apart. It's in the sacrifices they make, often without you even noticing. And yet, in a world where love is often measured by the size of a gift or the number of likes on a post, we sometimes forget what love actually looks like. So today I want to talk about what it really means to be loved, how to recognize it, and why true love, whether from a partner, a friend, or even yourself, is the most powerful force that drives us forward. Because at the end of the day, the ones who truly love us don't just say it, they show it in ways we may not even realize. Love is a word that is often thrown around, but its true meaning is revealed through actions rather than mere words. Many people say, "I love you," but real love is not just about what is spoken. It is about what is demonstrated consistently over time. Words can be comforting, inspiring, and even powerful, but they can also be empty if they are not backed by genuine actions. Someone who truly loves you doesn't just express their feelings verbally. They show it in the way they treat you, support you, and remain present in your life. One of the clearest indicators of real love is reliability. A person who genuinely loves you follows through on their promises, no matter how big or small. They don't just say they will be there for you, they prove it by showing up time and time again. Whether it's a friend who stands by you in difficult moments, a partner who supports your dreams, or a family member who offers unwavering encouragement, their love is reflected in their consistency. They don't disappear when things become difficult, nor do they selectively express love only when it is convenient. Instead, they make a conscious effort to be there, even when no one is watching. Another way love is shown is through selfless actions. Someone who truly loves you will prioritize your well-being, often putting your needs above their own without expecting anything in return. This does not mean they neglect themselves, but rather that they care about your happiness as much as their own. They make sacrifices, big or small, simply because they want the best for you. This could be something as simple as staying up late to comfort you after a tough day, or as significant as adjusting their own life plans to support your growth and aspirations. Love is not about grand gestures alone. It is about the small, everyday acts of kindness and thoughtfulness that demonstrate genuine care. Attention to detail is another sign of real love. Someone who loves you truly listens, not just to your words, but to your emotions, your fears, and your unspoken thoughts. They remember the little things that matter to you, whether it's how you like your coffee, the songs that make you smile, or the dreams you've shared with them. They notice when you are struggling, even if you don't say it out loud. They make an effort to understand what makes you happy, what lifts your spirits, and what you need when you're feeling low. Their ability to pick up on these subtle details and respond to them is a reflection of their deep connection to you. Love is also demonstrated through patience and understanding. No one is perfect, and every relationship, whether romantic, platonic, or familial, faces challenges. Someone who truly loves you does not walk away at the first sign of difficulty. They do not let minor disagreements define the relationship or allow temporary frustrations to outweigh the bond they share with you. Instead, they choose to be patient, to listen, and to work through misunderstandings. They do not expect you to be flawless. Rather, they embrace your imperfections and support your growth. Real love does not demand perfection. It allows room for mistakes, learning, and improvement. Genuine love is also evident in the way someone makes you feel safe. This safety is not just physical, but emotional as well. A person who truly loves you creates an environment where you feel comfortable being yourself without fear of judgment or rejection. You do not have to wear a mask around them or pretend to be someone you are not. They accept you fully with all your strengths and flaws. They make you feel valued, respected, and understood. This kind of love is not about control or manipulation. It is about offering a space where you can grow, express yourself, and feel at ease. Beyond emotional security, real love also fosters personal growth. Someone who loves you genuinely wants to see you succeed and reach your full potential. They do not hold you back or make you feel guilty for pursuing your dreams. Instead, they encourage you to take risks, challenge yourself, and strive for more. They celebrate your achievements, no matter how big or small, and they push you to be the best version of yourself. They do not see your growth as a threat, but as something to be embraced. Love is not about keeping someone in the same place. It is about helping them evolve and become stronger. Trust is another crucial element that distinguishes real love from mere words. When someone truly loves you, they trust you and they work to build a foundation of honesty and transparency. They do not constantly doubt your intentions or question your loyalty without reason. Instead, they believe in you and the strength of your relationship. They communicate openly, express their feelings honestly, and allow you to do the same. This trust creates a bond that cannot be easily broken by misunderstandings or external influences. Support during tough times is one of the most profound ways love is demonstrated. It is easy to stand by someone when everything is going well, but real love is tested in moments of hardship. A person who genuinely loves you does not leave when things get difficult. They stay, offering comfort, guidance, and reassurance. They remind you that you are not alone, that you have someone who believes in you even when you struggle to believe in yourself. They do not see your burdens as inconveniences, but as opportunities to show their devotion and care. Love is not about fleeting moments of passion or occasional expressions of affection. It is about a continuous commitment to being there, showing up, and proving one's care through actions. It is the quiet support in the background, the everyday kindness, the patience, the trust, and the effort to make someone feel valued. Words can be beautiful, but they are only meaningful when supported by real, tangible actions that stand the test of time. Love, when it is real, is not something that fades in the face of challenges or changes with circumstances. It is not based on convenience or temporary emotions. It is built on a foundation of consistency and unwavering commitment. When love is conditional, it comes with expectations and requirements. It is given only when certain conditions are met, when things are going well, or when it benefits the person giving it. But real love is different. It remains steady through the ups and downs, through the triumphs and failures, and through the moments of joy and struggle. It does not waver when things become difficult, nor does it demand perfection in order to exist. True love is not about loving someone only when they are at their best. It is about loving them even when they are at their lowest. It is easy to be there for someone when they are successful, happy, and full of energy. It is effortless to show love when things are smooth, when they are giving you their best, and when everything feels easy. But real love becomes evident when things fall apart, when someone is struggling, when they make mistakes, or when they are not able to give as much in return. Real love does not disappear. It remains, offering patience, understanding, and support. One of the strongest signs of unconditional love is the willingness to accept someone as they are, without constantly trying to change them to fit an ideal. This does not mean that love ignores growth or improvement. Rather, it means that love does not come with the condition that someone must be perfect to deserve it. When love is conditional, it often sounds like, I will love you if you act a certain way, or I will stay with you as long as you never make mistakes. But real love says, I love you even when you struggle, and I am here for you even when things are not easy. Love that is consistent is also reliable. It does not fluctuate based on moods, external circumstances, or temporary frustrations. Someone who truly loves you does not withdraw their love because of a single argument, a bad day, or a moment of weakness. They do not hold love over your head like a prize to be earned. Instead, they offer a sense of security, knowing that their love is not something that will be taken away the moment things become challenging. This reliability builds trust, allowing both people to feel safe and valued in the relationship. Consistency in love also means being there even when emotions shift. Feelings naturally fluctuate. There will be days when excitement and passion are strong, and there will be days when they are quieter. But love is not just about feeling, it is about choice. It is a decision to stay committed, to nurture the relationship, and to continue showing up even when the initial excitement fades. Many relationships fail because they rely solely on emotions, expecting love to always feel like it did in the beginning. But real love understands that emotions are temporary, while commitment and effort create something lasting. Unwavering love is also patient. It understands that people go through phases, face difficulties, and sometimes struggle with personal battles. Someone who truly loves you does not abandon you the moment you face internal struggles or moments of self-doubt. Instead, they stand by you, offering reassurance, encouragement, and understanding. They do not rush you to be okay or demand that you always be at your best. Instead, they allow you the space to grow, knowing that love is not about perfection, but about presence. Conditional love often brings with it a sense of pressure and fear, the fear of making a mistake, of not being good enough, or of disappointing the other person. This kind of love makes people feel like they are constantly being measured, judged, or tested, but real love is freeing. It allows you to be yourself without fear of being abandoned or rejected. It gives you the confidence to be vulnerable, to express your true feelings, and to trust that you are loved for who you are, not just for what you do. Love that remains constant is also forgiving. It does not keep score or hold past mistakes over someone's head. It understands that people are human, that they will sometimes fail, and that growth comes from learning and evolving together. It does not use mistakes as a reason to withdraw love, but rather as opportunities to strengthen the relationship through understanding and communication. This does not mean tolerating harmful behavior, but it does mean recognizing that imperfection is a part of being human, and that true love allows room for growth and redemption. In relationships, whether romantic, familial, or friendships, consistency in love is what builds deep connections. It is what creates lasting bonds that can weather the storms of life. A love that is only present when things are perfect is not love, it is convenience. But a love that remains through changes, hardships, and imperfections is a love that is truly real. It does not seek constant validation, nor does it demand that one person constantly prove themselves worthy. Instead, it reassures, supports, and stands firm, offering security in a world where so many things are uncertain. Support in silence is one of the purest forms of love. It is easy to notice grand gestures and loud declarations of affection, but true love often reveals itself in the quiet, unnoticed ways someone stands by you. It is found in the moments when words are unnecessary, when presence alone speaks volumes, and when someone chooses to be there for you, not because they seek recognition, but because they genuinely care. Love is not always about what is said or done in the spotlight. It is about the unwavering presence that exists even when no one is watching. True support does not always demand acknowledgement. Someone who truly loves you does not need to be thanked or praised every time they stand by you. They do not offer their presence for the sake of validation or recognition. Instead, they do it because they genuinely want to be there for you. Their love is not conditional on how much appreciation they receive in return. They do not keep score or remind you of what they have done for you. They simply show up time and time again because your well-being matters to them. Another aspect of silent support is respecting your need for space while still remaining present. Some people believe that love is about constant interaction, but true love understands that sometimes people need quiet moments to process their emotions. Someone who loves you does not take it personally when you retreat into yourself. Instead, they give you the space you need while making sure you know they are there when you are ready. They do not force you to talk when you are not ready, but they also do not disappear when you need them most. Their presence is steady and reassuring, offering comfort even when no words are exchanged. Support in silence is also about believing in you when you doubt yourself. It is in the way someone looks at you with quiet confidence, the way they reassure you with a simple nod, or the way they remind you through their actions that they believe in your strength. They do not always need to say, "I believe in you," because you can feel it in the way they stand by you. They encourage you in ways that are not always loud or obvious, but their belief in you is unwavering. People who love you in this way do not try to control your journey. They do not push you toward their own expectations or try to dictate how you should handle your struggles. Instead, they trust you to find your way, offering gentle guidance when needed, but never forcing their opinions upon you. They understand that real support is not about fixing someone's problems, but about walking beside them as they navigate their own path. They trust in your ability to rise again, even when you cannot see it yourself. There is also a deep kind of support in simply listening. Not listening to respond, fix, or judge, but listening just to understand. Someone who truly loves you listens without interrupting, without trying to solve everything, and without making the conversation about themselves. They make you feel heard and validated, not by offering solutions, but by allowing you the space to express yourself freely. This kind of listening is rare, but it is one of the most profound ways to show love. True, silent support is unwavering. It does not fade when things get tough or when recognition is not given. It is the kind of love that exists in the background, holding you up when you don't even realize you need it. It is in the sacrifices made quietly, the patience shown when you are struggling, and the unspoken understanding that no matter what happens, you are not facing life alone. It is love that does not seek attention, does not demand validation, and does not need to be proven. It simply is. Real love is not about seeking recognition or keeping score. It is about giving without expecting anything in return, about making sacrifices because you genuinely care for someone's well-being, not because you want credit or acknowledgement. Many people associate love with grand gestures that are seen and celebrated, but true love often reveals itself in the quiet, unseen sacrifices that go unnoticed. These sacrifices are not done out of obligation or to gain favor. They come from a deep desire to support, uplift, and nurture the person you love. A person who truly loves you does not remind you of everything they have done for you. They do not keep a mental record of the times they have helped you or the sacrifices they have made. Their love is not transactional. It is not given with the expectation of getting something in return. Instead, they give freely because they want to see you happy, fulfilled, and at peace. They find joy in knowing that they have contributed to your well-being, even if you never acknowledge it. Sacrifice in love can take many forms. It could be as simple as adjusting their schedule to make time for you, giving up their comfort to ensure yours, or making small but meaningful choices every day to make your life easier. Sometimes it is seen in the way they put your needs ahead of their own, not because they have to, but because they genuinely want to see you thrive. They are willing to go out of their way, not for recognition, but because they truly care. True love is about considering another person's happiness as deeply as your own. When someone truly loves you, they do not make you feel guilty for the sacrifices they make. They do not bring it up in arguments or use it as leverage to get something in return. Their actions come from a place of selflessness, not a desire to control or manipulate. Love that seeks credit is not love. It is an exchange. But love that sacrifices quietly without the need for praise is genuine. Sacrifice is not always about big dramatic gestures. Sometimes it is in the little things that happen daily. It is in choosing to listen when they are exhausted, in supporting dreams that are not their own, in standing back to let someone shine, or in doing things that are inconvenient simply because they know it will bring joy to the person they love. These small, quiet acts of selflessness add up over time, forming the foundation of a deep and lasting bond. True love also understands that sacrifices are not always equal, and they do not have to be. In a relationship, there will be times when one person gives more than the other, not because one is taking advantage, but because love is not measured in perfect balance. Sometimes one person is struggling and the other carries more weight. Other times the roles are reversed. Real love does not demand that everything be split evenly at all times. It flows naturally, allowing both people to give and receive in different ways throughout their journey together. People who love selflessly do not announce their sacrifices. They do not perform acts of kindness for applause or social approval. They do things behind the scenes, knowing that their love is not about being seen, but about making a difference in the life of someone they care about. They do not need to prove their love through words or public displays. Their actions speak for themselves. Love that is performed for recognition is not love. It is validation seeking. But love that sacrifices in silence without expecting anything back is pure. A person who truly loves you will not make you feel like you owe them for the sacrifices they make. They will not hold it over your head or use it to make you feel indebted to them. They will not make you feel guilty for what they have done. Instead, they will continue to love and support you simply because they want to, because seeing you happy and safe is enough for them. Their love does not come with conditions or strings attached. There is a deep kind of love that is found in sacrifice, but it is a sacrifice that comes from joy rather than obligation. It is choosing to stay up late when someone needs you, even when you are exhausted. It is giving up something you want because you know it will make the other person happy. It is standing by someone through their worst moments, even when it is difficult. It is loving without expecting anything in return, not because you have to, but because you want to. Love that sacrifices without seeking credit is rare, but it is the kind of love that lasts. It is the quiet devotion of a parent who gives their child everything without asking for recognition. It is the friend who supports you through your darkest times without expecting anything back. It is the partner who puts your needs first without keeping score. It is love in its purest form, given freely, consistently, and without condition. Real love is not about grand gestures or poetic words. It is about consistency, about showing up every single day, even in the smallest ways. It is easy to make promises, to say the right things, to express love when the moment feels right. But true love is proven in actions, in the quiet moments, in the things that are done even when no one is watching. It is in the way someone chooses you every day, not just when things are exciting or convenient, but even when life is mundane, stressful, or challenging. When someone truly loves you, their love does not fluctuate based on their mood, the situation, or how much attention they are receiving in return. They do not love you only when it is easy, only when you are happy, or only when you are able to give something back. Their love is steady. It is something you can rely on, something that does not disappear in moments of weakness or hardship. They do not love you only on the good days and withdraw on the bad ones. They stay, they remain, they choose you even when you are struggling, even when you are not at your best, even when life makes love more difficult. One of the greatest tests of love is time. Infatuation can burn brightly in the beginning, but true love remains steady over months, years, and decades. It does not fade when the initial excitement wears off. It does not require constant novelty to survive. Instead, it deepens over time, growing through shared experiences, through difficult moments, through the ups and downs of life. It is not dependent on a constant rush of emotion. It is rooted in something far deeper: commitment, trust, and an unshakable foundation of care. Someone who truly loves you does not wait for special occasions to show their love. They do not reserve their affection for birthdays, anniversaries, or holidays. They show their love in the everyday moments, in the way they check in on you, in the way they listen, in the way they remember the little things that matter to you. They express love in ways that may seem small but hold deep significance. The way they make sure you eat when you are too busy, the way they notice when you are struggling without you having to say a word, the way they stand beside you without needing to be asked. Real love is about showing up even when it is not convenient. It is about being present even when life is hectic, even when stress makes everything harder, even when there are 1,000 reasons to be elsewhere. Love is not always glamorous or easy. Sometimes it is about being there in silence when words do not help. Sometimes it is about holding space for the other person's struggles. Sometimes it is about patience, about understanding, about being the safe place someone can return to no matter what happens. The consistency of love is what builds trust. When love is unpredictable, when it is given one day and withheld the next, when it depends on circumstances or emotions, it creates uncertainty. It makes people afraid to fully trust, to fully open their hearts, because they never know when that love will be taken away. But when love is steady, when it is given without hesitation, when it remains through challenges, it allows people to feel safe, to feel secure, to know that they are truly valued. Love is not proven in the big dramatic moments. It is built in the small everyday actions. It is in the way someone speaks to you with kindness, even after a long, hard day. It is in the way they make an effort, even when they are tired. It is in the way they continue to choose you, even when life presents other distractions. Love is not something that should have to be earned over and over again. It should be something that is given freely, consistently, without condition. A person who truly loves you does not make you question their love. You do not have to wonder if they will still care tomorrow, if they will still be there when things are difficult, if they will still love you when you are not at your best. Their love is something you can count on, something that does not require constant reassurance. It is not about words spoken in fleeting moments. It is about actions that prove, day after day, that their love is real. Love is not about perfection. It is about persistence. It is about working through difficulties, about growing together, about making the conscious choice to stay, to support, to nurture the relationship. It is not about finding someone who will never make mistakes, but about finding someone who will never stop trying, who will never stop showing up, who will never stop choosing to love you even when life makes it difficult. It is in the way they stand by you, not just in the bright moments, but in the ordinary ones, in the hard ones, in the moments when love is tested and yet remains. Love is not about grand promises or extravagant displays. It is about the little things, the moments that seem insignificant but hold the deepest meaning. Real love is found in the small, everyday gestures that show thoughtfulness, care, and a true understanding of the other person. It is in the way someone remembers how you like your coffee, the way they make sure you get home safely, the way they check in on you even when they are busy. These little things may not seem important at first glance, but over time, they become the foundation of a love that is real, steady, and deeply meaningful. People often think love has to be dramatic to be significant, that it has to be filled with grand declarations and intense emotions, but true love is found in the simple, consistent acts of care. It is in the ways someone makes space for you in their life, in the way they notice when something is wrong without you having to say it, in the way they put in effort without needing to be asked. It is not about making a scene, it is about making a difference in your life in ways that are quiet but powerful. When someone truly loves you, they show it in ways that might not be obvious to others. They make sure you feel heard, even in the smallest conversations. They remember the little details about you, not because they have to, but because they genuinely care. They notice when you are tired, when you are overwhelmed, when you need support, even if you do not ask for it. They do not wait for you to tell them what you need. They anticipate it, not because they are trying to impress you, but because they pay attention. Love is not just about big moments. It is about the way someone makes you feel safe in their presence. It is in the way they create a space where you can be yourself without fear of judgment. They do not make you feel like you have to perform or be someone you are not. Instead, they accept you fully, flaws and all. They embrace your quirks, your insecurities, your imperfections, and they love you not in spite of them, but because they are part of who you are. The little things in love are often the things that sustain it over time. Passion and excitement may come and go, but the effort someone puts into making you feel valued and understood is what keeps love strong. It is in the way they send you a message just to say they are thinking of you. It is in the way they hold your hand when you are anxious, in the way they support your dreams even when they do not fully understand them. Love is about showing up in small ways, consistently, in ways that make the other person feel seen and appreciated. One of the most beautiful aspects of real love is that it does not need to be loud to be true. It is not about making big promises. It is about following through in small ways. It is in the way someone checks in on you after a long day, in the way they remember the things that make you smile, in the way they go out of their way to make your life a little easier. Love is not about proving itself in one grand moment. It is about proving itself every day in 100 little ways that may seem insignificant to the world, but mean everything to the person receiving them. Love is also in the patience someone shows you. It is in the way they allow you to have your bad days without making you feel like a burden. It is in the way they forgive small mistakes without holding grudges. It is in the way they give you the space to grow, to learn, to figure things out at your own pace. They do not rush you or pressure you to be someone you are not. Instead, they stand beside you, encouraging you in ways that are gentle yet unwavering. The little things in love are what make it last. They build trust, security, and a sense of belonging. They create a connection that goes beyond words, beyond temporary emotions, beyond fleeting moments of excitement. Love that pays attention to the little things is love that understands, that listens, that remains steady through all of life's changes. It is love that does not need constant reassurance because it is felt in the way someone chooses you, in the way they show up, in the way they make the ordinary feel extraordinary simply by being there. Someone who truly loves you does not wait for the perfect moment to show it. They show it in the way they live, in the way they treat you, in the way they make even the simplest moments feel significant. They do not wait for a reason to express their love. They find ways to show it every single day, in ways that are quiet, consistent, and deeply meaningful.